The vast majority of options on dating apps, where we can swipe through profile after profile with no end in sight, creates a bias that makes it seem like there are countless potential partners available for us. Consequently, we choose no one and don't commit to anyone. It's like being in a store with so many choices that we can't decide on anything. This phenomenon is known in psychology as choice overload. We simply trip ourselves up cognitively when there are too many options. The decision-making process becomes overwhelming because of the large number of outcomes, and our satisfaction with the number of options follows an inverted U-shaped curve. We don't like having no options, which leads to low satisfaction. Having a few options increases our satisfaction, and satisfaction peaks at a certain optimal number, which is between 5 and 9 options. Beyond that, as the number of options increases, which could be potential candidates on a dating site, satisfaction decreases, replaced by frustration and confusion. So, we like our freedom, but it comes with a price. In particular, so-called maximizers feel worse with many options. They want to find the best, compare as many options as possible, and set high standards. These individuals are also more disappointed after making their decisions. They doubt and dwell on what they missed instead of being happy with what they have. Unfortunately, maximizing goes hand in hand with less happiness, lower self-esteem. They are often more perfectionistic and depressed despite having a greater chance of finding the better option with their decision-making style or strategy. On the other hand, people known as satisficers are more satisfied with their choices, whether it's buying a car, choosing an ice cream, or picking a life partner. They settle as soon as the option that meets their basic criteria appears, and they stop looking further. These individuals don't need the very best to feel content. When it comes to dating, balancing, maximizing, meaning maybe there's someone better out there, and satisficing, which could be translated to, okay, he may not have everything I've hoped for, but the important aspects are there. Balancing these two strategies is a delicate act because constantly feeling like the grass is greener only leads to rejecting everyone and everybody. However, settling for anything, like behaviors that are not healthy in a relationship, that's not advisable either. So being a maximizer, even if a relationship forms, it becomes unstable. It becomes unstable because we will keep one eye open for better options. And what partner could endure that? From speed dating experiments, we've seen that the more options we have, the lazier we become in our decision making. With so many potential candidates, we let ourselves be guided by more superficial and more easily observable traits like appearance, height, or weight, instead of the inner qualities, which we don't see on a dating app. But we could understand, we could get a picture of those, a glimpse of those, looking carefully on the pictures and reading the bio text. And the reason to all this, too many options. And this too many options problem also makes us more likely to say no than yes, because we try to eliminate as many options as possible, and we feel less satisfied with our choices afterward because we had to say no to so many others, thus missing out on all of these. So everything I've described so far speaks clearly. Online dating has its benefits. It gives us the chance to meet people we otherwise wouldn't have met, but it's also challenging, and our psychological functioning isn't aligned with it. We are simply not adapted to it. And despite living in the age of dating apps, let's say you've managed to find and choose a person, and also in turn getting chosen by the other person. That's a great thing, because dating apps do make us less interested in choosing a partner to commit to, because there are so many others. So why should I? There might be someone better behind the next swipe. And this mind affects us even after finding love, because seeing other options, other attractive options, makes us perceive our partner as less attractive, less interesting. and less desirable. And the more opportunities we have to change our decisions, the more indecisive we become generally. On the contrary, if we perceive our choice as permanent, like a marriage, we tend to become more satisfied in a might as well make the best out of the situation way. Because we seem to have a defense mechanism in ourselves that make us content with unchangeable choices. So if you have a relationship, you are married or you're getting married, taking the plunge out is fantastic because there are so many people out there that spend their entire lives keeping their doors open